All right, we should be properly live now. Okay. Hi, welcome to. I'm not trying to kill you. This is Blades in the Dark. I am your GM Ash, and I have with me today three lovely scoundrels who are here to make a little trouble in Duskwall. I say like little in like the biggest quotes, considering last week's nonsense. And I will get them to introduce themselves and their particular scoundrels, starting with Luke. Hi, Luke. How you going?
I'm good. Yeah, this week we're actually gonna blow up the Lord Governor's mansion.
You go for
last
it.
Week was just like a test run. Hello, I'm Luke. My pronouns are they, them. I am a game designer, professional GM for children. I host a really gay role-playing game podcast. I do other stuff. My character, having returned from the inky blackness of the Void Sea, is Belle, resident spookmaster extraordinaire. They were my professional mine exorcist, and now are just a spooky scoundrel. They roll 6 dice for power resolve resists against ghosts. They can shoot lightning with their mind now.
What? Cool. Great.
Yep.
That sounds like a thing that humans can do. Anyway, hi V. How you going?
Hello. Good. I have much less of an like a streamlined build than Luke has made with their character. But hi, I'm V. I'm a professional lover of all things RPG, and one half of Storybrewers is role playing. And I'm playing a D. So a D is a country bumpkin turned explosives. Just explosives bearer from last episode. So I would say that the city has not been particularly good for Adi's moral compass. And by the city, I mean clearly the Artful Dodger crew. But they're a great fam.
Yeah, about that. I feel like country bumpkin turned explosive expert is like underplaying like anyone who's ever met or ever like interacted with like teenage boys in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're all explosive experts.
It's true.
Like
that's where you learn.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have Derek. Hi, Derek.
Hello, pleasure to be here. Yes, my name's Derek. I am a Dice Stormer. You can check us out on the YouTube channel, The Dice Stormers. And aside from choking, I'm playing a character called Corin Amandaporth. And he is a cutter, a big, burly, black-skinned, robe sort of wearing dude. And he is away last week, and apparently this is why things went so off the rails.
I mean, they could have gone off the rails with you here. Who's to know?
This is true.
So, Derek, would you like us to stop teasing and summarize?
Yes, a recap, please.
Okay, so we found out who was after Tascalon. And it was a crew of like Freemasons. They're just Freemasons called the Foundation, who like bricking people up into walls and engaging in predatory loaning practices.
Sure.
And they had extended a predatory loan to Tascalon's mother, and she had fled town rather than pay them back. And so their plan was to kidnap him and brick him up into a wall until she came back to pay them the money. And so we decided that the best way to deal with this was not to smuggle Tascalon out of town or do anything like that.
That would be too easy.
But no, to blow up
a foundation building.
A foundation building, namely Boma Bridge.
The biggest bridge in the city, and the only one connecting connecting White Crown to the mainland.
Yes.
Yeah, so the Gondoliers Guild is really up with us now because a lot of increased business. So we blew up this bridge, and then Nightfall wrote a very convincing letter that basically said, "Hey, wasn't that an awful tragedy that happened the other day? And wouldn't it be just terrible if Tascalon disappeared and then the same thing happened to, I don't know, Ironhook Prison or the Lighthouse?"
Nice. So we basically blackmailed them into...
Extortion
Extortion is definitely the correct word there.
Everything was extort.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was what you missed. Yeah, and Thistle was involved in that and then fucked off back to her life.
And Tasselin has gone back to live with his dad, I believe.
Yep.
In the
Rich part
embassy.
of
the embassy, yeah.
I had to take a gondolier to get back home.
Because that was my contact. All right, that's great. But did we get a price for the bodies that we had? Oh no, we sold them to the guys.
Yeah, we already did that.
Don't worry though. They also made out with.
Oh yeah. I did think about that. Yeah, so Thistle managed to find in the bridge, in like a secret ancient Mason meeting room, a bunch of really old whiskey and some guns.
Right.
So now we have more merchandise.
We obtained them and we sold. Yeah, we sold some of them straight up, and made, I think it was 6 coin in the end, maybe 5. I don't remember. We made a small amount of coin, and also probably we still got a bunch more whiskey that we can then sell.
Did we keep any of the guns?
I like to think so.
I mean, if anyone wants to have a gun, they can have a gun.
I mean, you can always do that. Yeah. Honestly, I think Thistle took most of the guns
because they were nice. They were nice guns.
They were nice guns.
They were.
Yeah, that was her cut of the profits. Was all the nice guns.
Yeah, right. And tell me a little bit more about Thistle. She's not with us anymore?
No, Thistle's gone back to her life, and then Belle was washed up by the morning tide, and is back now.
Nice.
Grayer and whiter than ever.
Yeah, spookier than ever.
She was kind of spooky to begin with, but
yes,
yes, they were definitely done the Gandalf the White, intimidating to more intimidating.
Yeah, Belle can now literally shoot lightning with their mind. So
it's pretty cool. I was gonna ask, did we do downtime? We didn't
do downtime. In the end, we did we did some free play to
that's right.
And get Belle back.
That's how we got Belle back, was with free play. Yep. But we did do heat but we didn't do entanglement.
Oh wait, no, was it the Unquiet Dead?
We did. It was the Unquiet Dead.
Yeah, it was the Unquiet Dead.
Because we rolled twice, and we were like, we want the Unquiet Dead because because there was that great shot of all of us looking out in the night and the phosphorescence under night water thing as all the ghosts that were in the foundations of the bridge went like.
We also released a whole bunch of ghosts, angry ghosts into the city. So that was another.
I don't know that they're angry ghosts. I like to think that those are grateful ghosts because now they're not in a bridge anymore.
I mean, yes, but they're angry for having been in a bridge.
Yeah, but that Belle didn't put them in a bridge. Belle's gonna make friends with all of the ghosts. Don't worry.
All right, so we open on. We've got to open on that scene from Ghost, the bit in Ghostbusters, in all of the Ghostbusters movies, where all of the ghosts pour out into the city and everyone's like, ah, and a ghost comes and steals someone's hat and makes off with it, and they're like, that's my hat, and they're
only
tipping
instead
over.
The ghost just rakes their face open with its ghost claws.
That thing, yeah, and tipping over,
that's my face.
That's my face, same face. Tipping over trash cans and making trouble, and so the city. The city is on high alert. Both the blue coats are trying to work out who committed this act of terrorism, because you're right, you didn't actually say who you were when you wrote that letter. So no one knows.
I'd argue it's not politically motivated, so it's not terrorism. But I don't think Belle is going to write a letter to that effect, so I'll let it pass.
Did you try and make them scared?
Yes, but not in a political context.
Okay, I take terrorism as trying to make people terrified. But that, like, the bluecoats don't know that. And the ghost wardens are up to their necks in, like, they've got out the special carts with the wee 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 on the top, and like when it drives down the street, it goes banana na na. And
So what I'm hearing is that now is the perfect time for ghost crimes because the spirit wardens are
Spirit Wardens
overwhelmed and
super overwhelmed. Bluecoats, Bluecoats are doing a lot of like sleuthing, and they keep and all of the Bluecoats have suddenly decided that they're all like master detectives. So there's a lot of like banging on doors and being like, I know you had something to do with it, Johnny. And Johnny's like, I didn't have nothing to do with it. I can see you're lying. And and then they make the like.
What if we
and he's like, I can see on your face.
What if we smuggled a bomb into the Bluecoats headquarters?
Jesus Christ. I mean, good luck.
Look, there's a balance that needs to be maintained here, Luke. I don't think we want to go effing with the balance.
Yeah. I mean, you clearly already have. The city is
Derek.
in what I would call disarray.
Chaos? Yeah. Look, Derek, here's what I'm going to say. Here's my counter argument.
Okay.
This is a game about a crew, not about individual people. We play hard, we die young.
And no one bleeds for us.
And, like, maybe we turn into ghosts, you know? Like, I would love to be ghost criminals. That'd be great. Then we could plant a ghost bomb in the Spirit Warden headquarters as well.
Yes.
That's part 2 of the plan.
The ghost bomb is actually something a D can do now. That is one of my moves.
See? I got this all worked
I'm pretty
out.
sure the move is called Spirit Bomb. And you are...
It takes 5 scores to set it
Yeah.
up.
I have to be in this position for 5 scores.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like when you overindulge and get lost.
Yep.
Oh dear. Okay.
Okay, we need to get...
Sweet.
the
Downtime.
crew is taking
Downtime.
the crew is taking the upgrade gravity chamber for prowess training, I believe. No.
No. Sorry, no. Ash, we've taken hyperbolic time chamber, which is the one that gives us character playbook as a ticked training.
Oh right. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's downtime. I think that's what's happening. Yeah,
Oh,
your
dear.
entanglements were you fucked up the city.
Yep.
And now it's time for a bit of the old DT. So you have a spare one, Karin. So you have 3, because you were away doing something while everyone else was blowing up a bridge.
It happens.
But yeah, do people have feelings about what they would like to do?
Yes. I have a long-term project.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me.
This one's not even grandiose, ridiculous, or fucked up.
Wow.
In fact, it's kind of sweet.
Who are you and what have you done with Belle?
I know, right? No, so I think we see. What does this look like? We see a room. It is not a room we have seen before, I don't think. It looks kind of like a Dee's grandma's shop. Right? Like it's filled with weird shit, but less like alchemy weird shit and more like preserved eel faces and like, you know, strange little like spirit catches and like that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Kellen's like witchy shop where she does her shit.
Yep.
And I think we just hear like Kellen like waking up and like coming into the room, and like on the middle table is just like a little present from Belle.
What is it?
Because I want to be friends.
Yeah,
again.
let's start that clock up.
Yeah. How big a clock do you think that
That's
is?
an 8 tick.
Okay.
Because of the like it's harder now that you are more wanted.
That is true. Very true.
Because the reason she didn't want to be around you is because you were associating with criminals.
Oh no, not criminals.
So yeah.
And I think yeah, and so like we see Kellen like go over to the gift and like unwrap the gift, right, and like all that, and inside, I think it's like there's this traditional Scovelish thing, where I think there's a bunch of different gift exchange registers. Like it's a culture that passes that like really finely and specifically,
Right. Yeah.
and it's very easy to offend people by giving them the wrong kind of gift that makes presumptions on your relationship. And I think Belle has specifically used like not only like an apology gift, which is generally speaking a thing, but like the kind of apology gift you would give to a member of your family.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see how effective that is.
Yeah, let's see how that goes.
Because you might be a bit forward, right? Like
I might, exactly. Connections to your heritage background, friends or rivals. She's not actually a friend or rival anymore, weirdly. I just need to quickly look something up in the book.
Yeah, I'll double check that for you because you lost her as a result of flipped, which is an entanglement. Downtime, entanglements, flipped.
Yeah, you socialize with friends and contacts. Yeah. When you consult with someone, you care about what they think and feel, and in turn, they care about what you want, at least a little bit. You can consult with people you already know. Yeah. I think it is consort. Like you wouldn't describe her as totally hostile, would you?
No, I wouldn't. I think this is
she's
consort.
not a rival.
I think consort
right?
is
Yeah.
She has, so technically she does have allegiances to another faction now.
Oh no.
So you're trying to win her back.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, she never had an allegiance to our faction.
No, but like that's the thing, yeah.
Yep. All right, let's see how this goes. Control, whatever stuff. Yeah, and I think what actually is this gift? Right?
Yeah, what is it? This is just because it can't just be another eel face. She's already got 10.
Exactly. Okay, imagine the most the most sentimental and well chosen gift. Just imagine that. No, I think. Oh right, okay. So there's this anthropologist hat on, right?
Okay.
I think there's a practice in Scovlin where fire is considered really important.
Yeah.
And like it was even before the world got broken and everything went to shit, but like especially now. And so I think there is some kind of traditional like kind of like a locket but like bigger and like hollow that has evolved from the like cured leather pouches that people used to transport like live coals in.
Right, okay.
So that like they would have a fire source without having to rely on like matches.
Right, yeah.
And so nowadays they're all like, you know, like fancy little like insulated metal boxes, and they're like, you know, really pretty and everything and all that. And there's a whole bunch of like symbolism about the fact that it's like a source of heat and you wear it close to your heart and like blah blah blah.
Yep.
And so yeah, I think it's one of those. And I think it's probably one that like it's not like Belle has gone out and bought a new one. Like this is one of the last things they have left of their like both whatever family of choice they left behind in Scovlin and also probably their blood family.
Yep.
So this is an object of deep personal significance, I would say.
Makes sense to me.
And am I gonna push myself? No, I'm gonna save that stress because I might need it later.
Oh no, it was too forward.
It was, yeah, way too. We see her toss it into the fire.
Oh well, it was worth a try.
Poor Kellen.
Yeah, no. I just want to see if I've got an extra detail for this, because you do get 1 point on it.
Like, I do.
You do get a point for reaching out.
It makes a little. I wonder if it's not that she like throws it out, but it's just that she doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Because she's not from Scoveland, right? Like, she's Akarosi.
Yeah, she doesn't understand it. Yeah.
This is the problem when you give deep, culturally significant gifts to foreigners, right? They don't get it.
Don't
Like-
make that same mistake twice.
I've got 3 of these already.
Yeah, right. Like she's already got a thing for carrying calls,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
But she's already got a thing of matches. She
Yeah.
bought it at Dee's grandma's shop.
Um. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ha 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 ha. No, so she's looking at it, and she's like considering it, and then there's a knock at the door,
Oh.
and the person lets themselves in, and they like, and she hides it somewhere and forgets about it, and we as like the audience see Lady Drake enter and just ask, "What were you looking at?"
Ooh. Ooh. Is she helping me?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to ask.
Yep. Yeah, and she says, "What were you late? What were you looking at? You'll be late for the meeting." And then we cut.
Ooh. Ooh, I'm mad. This is going to be a downtime all about friendship.
Colin, do you have a
got an
connection?
idea.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if I could. I've got a couple of ways that this could go, I think, but maybe I'll just pick the simplest first. I was thinking about maybe without Adi's permission to try and do some investigation about her mother and where her mother might be. Have I missed anything on that front?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Eddie.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a clock that you can use.
Okay.
It's not very filled in yet. But yeah, if you go to my character sheet, there's a little
So
8 o'clock there.
how I might do this, how I might go about this is, I think I might find someone to help me cast a ritual. You can do that?
Probably.
I mean, I have dots in a tune, so
Yeah.
like
Right.
we presume so, right? Like I don't have any really good ones.
But you would Belle's whole life is a ritual.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, right? Like I don't have any like mechanically like rituals where I can be like, I open a void portal to nightmare and tentacle, right? Like whatever the thing in the book is. Like I can't do that.
Well,
Like,
the thing
if you're just trying to like douse for a lady, I'm pretty sure I can do that.
yeah. I mean, the thing that I can do myself is hunt. And so I was thinking maybe I could use that skill to go out into the city, and I was going to take Mercy with me.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe if I'm doing that, maybe I just need to take Adi with me. How do you feel about that?
Yeah. I do have a contact that could help, because last we left this trail of thought, we'd met that guy who was super like obsessed with ghosts possessing his body. Like
I don't know
if
if Derek was here for that.
Oh, right. So that's what happened. I found the guy who was being used by my mother's possibly, or someone from aligned with her, and it turned out that he was just being possessed by
Right.
a whole bunch of people. I do have a friend who is a psychonaut who might be able to like help us find who maybe used him, possessed him, find traces of where that possessed aura might be. That's something.
I have a
along those
contact who's a
lines.
possessor ghost who I can hook you up
See, there you go. Also,
Yeah.
that.
It's my same
yeah, so
lovely
if you-
friend who drowned all those people for me that one time.
Yeah, so that's actually might be that's a lead if you want to go that
Wait,
way. Or we can just go
what's that contact's name, Luke?
Nyrix.
Nyrix.
Yep, is 100% like Yeah.
down with
That's-
it. Yeah.
That's our guy. Okay, so we're
Yeah,
gonna
that's good to know.
so we're gonna use Nyrex to try and advance our knowledge of where
Mhm.
Adie's mother.
Mhm.
Yep. Sounds like a good plan. All right. So you get a bonus dice for having Nyrex help. And if a D also spends a stress, then you get a bonus dice from a D.
Yes, let me spend a stress for you.
So what's my position and effect?
It's because it's a long-term project. It's risky standard.
Risky standard.
Uh-huh.
All right. So I see this happening at the what's our pub called?
So yeah, so you've caught. I mean, I think this has to be a little while later, right? This has to be after, because like that other job has happened since that lead. But
Yep.
you got information that this addict is connected somehow to I think this addict was the person who was asking after you, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Right.
So you
okay.
know that, but also like you know that like someone has used one of these someone has used one of these addicts in connection to your mother. So
Well, I'm gonna arrange to meet them back at the Shaky Hand
Mhm.
and take him into the room that Nightshade and I were in when Adie's mother confronted us,
Okay, yeah,
and
cool.
in the hope that there's some kind of psychic residual energy there that we can latch
Sure.
onto and help us.
Let's see
Um,
how that goes.
All right.
6, awesome. So
Not
that's 3 ticks on the progress clock.
Okay.
We are now
uh,
halfway.
Let me have a look and see what I can give you for that. Yeah, so you take him in there, and do you have a D with you at the time?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah, cool, awesome.
Can I spend a gold to bump that up to a crit?
Yes, you can, which will
I
get
will
you
do
5.
so. I'll spend the gold on my sheet.
Sounds good to me.
The
Got it.
gold.
This person.
What does that do? Does that give us a pip?
How many ticks is the sheet, and tell us about that clock, Adi. Do you want to display it for us? Should be able to press the button to show it.
Hold on. So I added the
5.
extra 2, right? So yeah, it's 5.
It's 5 all up. Yeah.
Yep. So we're at 3. I added.
Wow.
Hold on. No, I was 1 down. I was at 2, and then so actually with
Wow.
the crit result,
Yeah, okay.
we're almost there.
Yeah, I think I think he he goes into like he panics, and he goes into starts having a panic attack, and then starts to like dissociate from it. And is like no, she'll kill me, I won't, no, she's too, I'll and like starts like talking about this, and like Corin like
Can I leap up at this point and bind him with my whip thing?
Yeah.
And just kind of root him to the chair.
Yeah.
And force him to go down this path.
Yeah, and he his eyes roll back in his head, and he starts to like froth at the mouth, and then and then he just like with his eyes still in the back of his head, like sits straight and like goes like still, and like goes to stand.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll retract the coils and see what happens.
He stands calmly and like wanders out of the building in this like the most calm you've seen him, right? He's constantly like, and like now he's just like serene, almost orderly. And yeah, let me have a look at,
Imagine like Corin and D share like a look, and they're like,
Yeah,
"This is like we're getting somewhere with this."
yeah, definitely.
You can see that Adi's like looks really grateful for your help because Adi wasn't getting very far in her, right?
I'm stoked that this is worth.
Yeah. He walks out of the thing and starts to walk quite quickly, out of the shaky hand, and down the road, and like, and then like down this like major thoroughfare, and just like breaks into a sprint, running down the street. Like faster than his body should even be able to.
Yeah, like when Forrest Gump runs.
Yeah, it's almost like his arms and legs are just doing the are putting in appearances, right? It's almost like he's being drawn by some like supernatural force.
Can we keep up with him?
I mean, with a 6, Corin can. I think a D gets left behind, right? Like Corin like puts on like his his athlete hunter face and just like on mission, like marks after him down the street until he runs towards at the end of this thing. There's a big, very ornate building with like lots of gargoyles and things. It's a private club, like a social club that is like considered to be quite esoteric, and he just like runs straight into the door. We hear this thud, and he like falls down with like with the front of his head caved in.
Is he unconscious or?
Oh, he dead.
He dead. I'm going to leave him there, and I don't know. He's going to be linked back to us, I think, if we. Okay, I'm going to go and grab his body and drag him out of there before anybody sees me. Hopefully.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I mean, it's a downtime action, so yeah, we assume that you make that you're successful in that. Yeah. You drag him out, and I think someone sees and just like averts their eyes, right? Like there's a couple of people who see this, and they just like, I didn't see that.
I give them the stare, the Corin stare, and they retreat.
And then a ghost comes down the street, and they're all like, ah! And everyone runs away and gets scared by the ghost.
Okay. So can we mark this thing on the map? I think it deserves to have a location, and I think also it should have a huge round stained glass window in the front of it.
It is called the Centuralia Club. See if I can copy and paste this. Does that work? It does. Great. So yeah. So yeah, you've whatever your lead is, it's in there. And I mean, like, y'all have been around town for a while. You've never seen anyone go in or out. You know that, like, you've heard rumors that like the people who go in there are like weird types, but yeah, it is the second building down from that. Yeah, that's all.
Sweet. That's cool.
So yeah, that's some progress.
That's all full close.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got my downtime action.
What's that?
I did not care to be left behind on the rooftop, so Dee's going to train her prowess.
Sounds like a plan.
She's going to actually train her prowl dot
Mhm.
so that I can traverse, run, and jump.
Oh, the one above that. Sorry.
What above that?
Sorry, the building above on
Oh,
the
the
map.
building.
Yeah.
So I think you just see like so Adi's like being left behind and she's watching Corin like quite closely and like, how is Corin doing this? How are these like ledges so easy? What is this weird like jumps? So I think then you see Adi practicing the same movements. Less good, but like, oh, it does make it easier when you jump over it, like parkour style.
You know, like balls of your feet and things like that, right?
Yeah, right. And then the jump and roll, like a lot of falling the right way.
Yeah. Sounds
Give
good.
myself
Parkour.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, mark a XP in prowess. Excellent. Do we have which one do we have that is the one that we get? Yeah, you get 2 XP in prowess because it's our specialty. Yay!
Yay!
We're so special.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, it's from watching Corin. The manual of the trading manual.
The grace of Corin. That's what my training manual is called.
I mean, the Silver Nails are well known for their like dope like tricks where they like vault off the backs of horses and stuff while fighting ghosts or something.
Yeah, that's that sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
That sort of nonsense.
Well known.
Cool. Who has another thing they'd like to pursue?
I have another long-term project.
Do you?
It's a different one.
Okay. Tell me about it.
I'm gonna go out with my boy Holtz. My good ghost pig. And I think we go out like in the ghost city, in the Echo Field. And we're looking for our good friend Tondon. The horrific ghostly apparition.
I remember.
Yep. And I think I've got like the last of whatever like little bit was the dregs of the barrel when we did that deal with the billhooks.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got like like maybe like a bucket full of like all the like little scraps of organ that like we they weren't whole enough and the billhooks didn't want them. And so I'm like strolling through the streets of the ghost city until I find I think the same building where like I ran into Tondon that first time. And then I just like kind of sit down and wait. And Bella's trying to make friends with Tondon.
Okay, cool.
Because like Tondon's a good boy. He ate that guy body and soul for us that one time and helped Adi out.
He did.
Like I think it'd be good to have a closer relationship with him.
Yes, horrific bone squid entity that he is.
Yep. Yeah, how many ticks is that?
I mean
6?
Well, I think this one. Well, the thing is, like Tondon, like you're used to dealing with ghosts, and Tondon is something beyond that. I think it's.
I know the secret method to interact with ghosts and demons as though they were normal people. It says it on my character sheet.
How does increasing effect level work with clocks?
That one is not a increased effect.
It's just a positional.
Yeah, the ability is two part. It's a fictional position and then a potency.
So if it gives you potency,
yeah.
Then how does that affect when you do a clock roll?
Potency basically just means you always have great effect. So with clocks, it's irrelevant.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's tricky.
But it's still like I can interact with
that fictional positioning 6. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we fed him that one time, like
you did.
This is actually the second part of this extended action. And I feel like again this is consort.
Yes.
We're just gonna hang out and have a good time. And I get +1 die because I bought my good boy.
Mm-hmm.
My good boy Holtz is helping me.
Your
We're
good
all
boy
just gonna
Holtz is totally not trying to steal a bunch of the offal.
That's fine. I think I bought some like ghost mushrooms for Holtz.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows that pigs love mushrooms. The Scovelish ones do anyway. I don't know.
I mean, the ones here seem to like being investigators and Nightfall. So, consort 4. So that's 2 ticks on the old making friends clock.
It's times like these I wish I had money. Ah well.
Would that it were.
Would that it were.
Cool. So that's your 2, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Do you have another, Corin? Because you got 3, so.
Yeah, well, going off the path that Luke has led us down, I thought I might ask my friend Mercy out on a date.
What? All right.
Yes, I've been waiting so many episodes for this.
Oh my god, it's the dating clock.
All right.
Dee's grandmother is like putting like is very sad about this development.
She's putting out.
She changes the color of the like curtain.
To black.
At the front of the shop to black.
She's in mourning.
She's gonna curse me.
So, what is your intention? What do you want to have happen what are your goals?
Yeah, is this clock to hook up with Mercy or clock to date Mercy or
I don't know.
Literally just go out on a date? Like
he's so in awe of her skill. It's really a kind of a I think it's a I want to be with you because you're like me and I think you're so sort of attractive and I think he's definitely. I don't think she's much to look at, but I think he's definitely attracted to her skill set.
Who did we decide she was played by? We did decide she was played by someone, didn't we?
Oh, I don't remember.
I think so.
If anyone in chat remembers, I'd love to. Yeah.
Was someone I didn't know?
I'm kind of thinking her of as maybe like a Charlize Theron in Monster kind of.
Yeah, I can see. I can see that. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, right. Cause I was thinking, she's specifically like a cold killer, and she's a professional. Like she keeps herself neat.
Yep.
So I think but yeah. So you like, here's a question. What is Corin's hope?
Corin's hope is that I think he's looking to hook up at this point.
All right, cool. So the clock is hook up with Mercy.
Yeah.
Cool. That's not gonna happen. No. Because currently you have a reputation as a person who like doesn't finish jobs. And I don't want to hook up with anyone who doesn't finish the job.
So this goes back to the cuttlefish episode, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
That clock needs to be cleared before she's gonna like see you as anything other than a bit of a failure.
I don't know that we are allowed to do that.
What? Say no?
To long-term projects.
If
I need to double check, but like
all I'm saying is in the fiction there is a problem.
It is my memory, like that's why it might be a 12 count clock, but like it is my memory that the design intention of it is to allow for like to make all things possible.
Yeah, right. I mean, like fictionally possible things possible.
No, like kind of all things.
All right, let's call it a 12 o'clock, and we can let's call it a 12 o'clock, and clearing your reputation will give you a bunch of points.
Yeah, okay, no, actually, here we go. You might first have to achieve the means to pursue it.
Okay, so let's not set a clock for it then yet.
Which can
Derek.
be a project in itself.
Yeah.
So no more cuttlefish.
So clear cuttlefish, and then we can talk about like there's totally a scene here, right, where you're like you catch Mercy in the street, and you're like, hey, how you going? And she's like, all right. And like she's like, all right, finished a bunch of jobs recently.
Yeah, I don't want to be seen talking to a cuttlefish in public.
I say we've been busy. Yes.
And she's and she's like she says, and how's your reputation as a fearsome and scary person?
I gather that you're hinting at something, Mercy, and I gather that you would like me to go and complete something that you said to me a few whiles ago.
And she's like, I would love it if people stopped spreading the rumor that jobs that contracts that I engage in don't get finished. That would be great.
I'll do it on one condition.
Yeah, and she's like, I don't know that you're in a position to be making conditions, but I'm so curious.
I think you might be liking this one. I'll do it on the condition that you go and shoot a pig with me.
Yeah, and she's like, she's just like stunned for a moment. She's like, a pig.
Yeah,
sure. Like she doesn't want to hear anymore. She's just like, fine.
Whatever.
I'll shoot a pig with you. Just get that fucker to stop selling cuttlefish. I don't care. At this point, I don't care if you kill him.
All right. It's done.
Yeah, so let's yeah.
I walk away and how do I get rid of this clock? I can't get rid of it once I've created it.
You have to progress clock it out. You have to
shit.
Take it back. I love that, like, probably she has totally heard about the bridge thing and also is aware that Corin wasn't involved.
Yeah.
It's like the one thing your friends actually did. You weren't even involved in that. Good job, Corin.
All right. So I guess my secondary downtime action is to go and do the cuttlefish fuckwit.
Yep. He has a sign. So he's in Night Market, and he has a little stage. And he has like cuttlefish like on display, and he's like filleting them on the stage, showing people, like giving people like little cooking lessons about like how you can cook cuttlefish and all these sorts of things.
Remember, fast or slow.
Yes.
His sign says Jacobin's finest cuttlefish. We can't be shut down. Like there's a little like a little bit of has been added to the sign saying like we can't be shut down.
Just asking for it.
A log, like a plank with that second bit added, has been nailed onto the bottom of the sign.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Tacked on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's totally like an old rail car. Like his little stage is totally an old rail car.
Yeah. I'm going to go up and I'm going to take the bit that's been tacked on and I'm going to wrench it off. And then I'm going to walk over to him and just very quickly smack him upside the head with it and then continue to advance.
All right. Cool. What do you...
I think this is command, right?
Yeah, sounds like it might be. It could be command. It could be wreck, right? Like you could just wreck him. But yeah,
It could be Rec. I feel like I'm just using. I'm not looking.
You're intimidating him. Yeah.
I'm not looking to hurt him as much as I am to rattle him into submission.
Sure.
So.
Let's see how you go.
I'd like to strike at his self-confidence.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That thing. Yeah.
And then anyone got a devil's bargain for me? Can I make this a bit more tricky?
Yes.
Let me see.
He falls in love with me.
You fall in love with him. No.
You fall in love with his cuttlefish.
Well, I mean, okay. Here's a thought.
Heat.
Well, no, I wasn't thinking heat. Like judging by Ash's description of the rail car, I feel like this is probably in Coleridge.
It's in Night Market.
It's in Night Market, but like it's near Gaddock. It's in that area.
Yeah. Yep.
Like I think a bunch of like the Coleridge folks who we're already on bad terms with, like,
see you beat
this
this dude?
shit. And I think, Karin, if I remember correctly, you were the person whose identity got like slipped during that job. And so they're like, what? First he like, steals our pig. Now he's like a bully boy beating up some poor innocent cuttlefish man. And I think we like lose one faction status with the citizens.
I think that I like that as a devil's bargain.
Yeah, I like that too. I'm quite happy to piss these people off a bit more.
Yeah, then we can go to war with the entire district of Coleridge.
Explosives for that.
Pardon?
Position and effect.
Because it's a downtime action. It's risky standard. Yep.
But I can use that devil's bargain to up it to.
That devil's bargain will give you a bonus dice.
Just an extra dice. Okay. There we go. Yeah.
Nice. 3 ticks on your clock.
Okay.
Where does that put you?
That's a 4-tick clock, so I'm 3/4 of the way there.
Cool. Do you want to spend a coin to bump it up and complete it?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
What is it? What do you buy that makes him especially scared?
I think I'm now the proud owner of a cuttlefish shop.
Of course,
you buy him out.
Just buy him out. You prowl him into the corner and be like, "You're gonna sell me the cuttlefish shop."
and then you employ him.
Well, no, he has to. The point is, there has to be no one else. Like, the point was that someone else had the monopoly on cuttlefish, and that has to be the situation.
Yeah, now the shop is going to sell something different now.
Oh, right, it's going to sell something different.
And now he works for Corin, and he gets the like, "You work for me now" talk.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that seems legit.
And Cuttlefish is his like derogatory nickname.
That's right.
Within the fleggling company of Corin Amandaporth LLP.
Add him as a thing, as a contact. Just put Cuttlefish on your Cuttlefish, a merchant.
A soft merchant.
A soft merchant.
Sounds like.
He's not positive. He's just a contact, but he's a contact.
Just even? Okay.
Just a guy you know.
That's excellent. Mercy's going to be all over my stuff for that.
Yeah, and you still have an action left.
No, that's it. I'm done.
No. You've done 2. You traced Mum and you talked to him. That's
the one with Mercy didn't count.
The one talking to Mercy was just setting up that action.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you could actually talk to Mercy.
Yeah, now I can.
That you could. Yeah, you've cleared that clock. You can start up the Mercy clock, which is
an 8 invite her to your new business.
Yeah. Opening night.
It's the tea shop.
How do you feel about fried cuttlefish?
That's the secret. Now you sell cooked cuttlefish, which you buy from the people with the monopoly, and so it's square.
Yeah, like legit. That would be fine.
Yep. All right.
The only thing is that there has to be only one importer of cuttlefish. So yeah, do you want to try and woo Mercy then?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So start up an 8 clock.
An 8 clock?
Yeah. Wait, she's already a positive contact, so it's 6.
Well, is it a 6 to hook up with her? Because like, I feel like if it was like, I feel like there's some questions we now have to ask about like Mercy's relationship politics, right? Because like wooing as opposed to trying to sleep with, as opposed to like trying to get closer like emotionally and be friends. Like these are all very different things.
Well, I don't think Corin sees them all as different things at the moment. I think he just wants a bit of mercy in his life. Connor doesn't really care how that happens.
I think it's an important question. Does he want her to have feelings for him?
Yeah. I think he wants her to feel for him what he feels for her, which
that's at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, I was about to say. She's
some feelings for you, like affection, 8. Sleeping with, 6.
All right, why don't we start with sleeping with, and then maybe we...
All right, cool.
We move on.
Maybe we can bridge into other territory.
All right, so let's start at 6 o'clock.
He wants to be out of the friend zone. That's all he really cares about at the moment.
Really? Who wants to leave the friend zone? The friend zone is the best zone.
1, the friend zone is the best zone. 2, the friend zone's fake.
Well, no, it's just the best zone.
I'm contractually obliged.
Yes, I'm aware. All right, so let's. What do you do to woo her?
Well, I think she needs to come and see this new business venture that I've got.
Oh my god!
Describe what it looks like to me. Like looks like now to me.
It's now a stall selling hot food, hot cuttlefish snacks. Mm-hmm. And there's I've upgraded it. There's a little boiler there to do fried stuff and sautéed stuff and boiled stuff. So there's and it's kind of like those market side stalls in Vietnam and places like that where they serve like snack food that's really good and really flavorsome and just for passing by.
Cool.
Eating.
Yeah, gonna go and get the specialty, like they have like a specialty where you get like a baby cuttlefish that like when you pour the soy sauce on it, it goes.
Yeah.
I had that in Japan.
Cool.
Very good. So there's totally like mushroom salt that you put on the cuttlefish.
And it wiggles and squirms.
Lots of umami, you know.
Let's see what that looks like. It sounds like a consort to me.
It sounds like a consort. Oh, I'm no good at consort.
I mean, if it's something else, you're welcome to like say you're the one that makes the choice about what action it is.
It's a command roll. Mercy, go on a date with.
It's command is the only thing that could kind of be similar, and it doesn't feel like a command.
It could be a sway if you were trying to seduce her.
This is just as worse, just as bad.
Just as bad. Remember,
would you
Derek,
look at these abs?
That's right.
Remember, Derek, even on a single D6, you have a 50% chance of success.
But I'm not on a single D6.
You're on a 0 D6.
Yeah, but you can push yourself and get an extra die.
You can spend stress to get a die.
Or you can take a devil's bargain.
Oh, I don't want a devil's bargain with.
Are you sure?
No, I will.
I reckon I've got a good one.
You put it out there, Luke, just in case.
All right, Derek. Here's my proposal.
Go for it.
Mercy's killed a lot of people, right?
Sure.
Like that's a thing that we know is true. And like statistically speaking, even though the spirit wardens are very good at their jobs, and I'm sure they're fine, hardworking government employees, right? It's a big city, a lot of people die, a lot of ghosts, things slip through the hook.
There's a lot of ghosts around at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah, I think there is a ghost of someone who Mercy killed who is still around and who, for whatever reason, even though they're dead and don't need to be afraid of her anymore, is like still doesn't want to fuck with Mercy because like she totally killed him.
Right.
But this ghost is like, but Mercy's new boyfriend though. I can fuck with him.
Marked by a ghost.
Yeah, marked by the ghost of one of Mercy's victims for vengeance.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, you can wrestle. See, I'm just setting you up to do a vice roll later.
Well, we definitely have our share of dealing with ghosts. So one more really wouldn't hurt at this point.
Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, I was like, maybe that's too close to like just adding to the number of ghosts that we have pissed off, like thing. But actually, I think I'm okay with this one because I can work out how I would play it.
I mean, Ash, we're still waiting on the Unquiet Dead. I'm trying to set you up here.
I know. I'm
Okay.
aware.
Hi, V.
All right, here we go.
Hello.
Ooh,
That's 2 ticks.
okay.
Yeah. She's not
Is she
real impressed that
allergic?
this guy is now working for you. That's
Is
not
she-
exactly what she had in mind when you were supposed to beat him up and make him try and leave town. She's like,
Well-
you're like,
allergic to
I'm gonna be
trouble.
big and strong and scare this guy, and by that I mean give him a job.
Well, I think he's absolutely under my thumb. Like he's.
Oh yeah, she
He is
just
my.
you didn't beat the crap out of him, so she's like, huh? Like she's a bit confused about what actually happened here. So
So after dinner, I want to take her to a quiet bar, and I want to show her the 2 guns that I've just acquired. No. So these beautiful guns that we've taken from the bridge,
hmm
and I want to give her one of them.
Sure, she is appreciative of the gesture.
All right.
It's not going to get you any further ticks unless you're spending a coin on it.
No, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Cool,
I
sounds
think-
good. All right. Well, we should take a break. And was that our last downtime action?
I've got one more,
We've
but
got one
I'm
more
just
for
gonna
V.
do my vice. I'm just indulging my vice. It's just a really quick, like it's
Let's do
basically a
that.
D.
Let's do that now.
Yeah, it's a D at her grandma's shop. She's been shaking her duties a little bit, and now she's like lying low as well because there's ghosts on the street, and she doesn't want to be implicated in any
Mhm.
explosives. So she's having a quiet day in the shop, telling her grandma about the exploits of her friends. Like, oh, did you know that Belle was back? Yeah, he came out grimier and spookier than ever before, and Corin's dating this girl now, and all this sort of thing.
Yep. No,
How does
that
she
sounds-
go to react to that news?
Yeah, I think she's no, she totally is like Corin's dating a girl, is she? Not you?
No, I don't know. He just went out for on a dinner date with
Oh, that's
some
she's
lady,
like,
some-
oh, you poor thing, and like comes and like gives you and like puts and like gives you some kind of like dried root or something, and it's like, here, this will make you feel better. It's like licorice root or something.
Yeah. Like, like Eddie starts eating it.
Yeah, she's giving you drugs to make you feel better about
Basically.
the fact that she thinks that your boyfriend is shirking you.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I clear 4 stress.
Clear 4 stress.
Clearly it was a pretty good licorice root.
Yeah, exactly.
1,
Cool.
2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm on 3 now. Sweet.
Excellent. Well, let's go to our first break, and when we come back, we can talk about jobs and missions and all that sort of thing. We'll be back in a moment.